And going over to the Cultural Report podcast, you have the Allstate CEO giving us a lecture on diversity after the U.S. is attacked, which is that's as a football, as a sports ball, as metaphor, folks might say. That's a bold move there, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out. Which, spoiler, not so well for Allstate, who also, if you look at almost insurance ratings and how they pay out, or rather don't, not one of the best companies, though, again, not financial advice. Let's just say, yeah, I would never buy their rudimentary policies. Now, this comes from thanks to Charlie Kirk on X, and he says, quote, a jihadist killed and maimed dozens of innocent Americans in a hate-fueled rampage, and the CEO of Allstate thinks Americans watching the Sugar Bowl need a lecture from him on overcoming, quote-unquote, an addiction to divisiveness and negativity. Absolutely not. And this is originally credited to Isabella Brown, and spoiler alert, Allstate untagged themselves, so at least he originally tagged Allstate, which, to his credit, the only thing he did, while he may be mentally vacuous in his statements, he did do one thing right. The Allstate CEO, he did suit up, as all men should, obviously, always. So he did at least one thing right in this video. But let's hear. Perhaps he will, maybe Charlie Kirk is wrong. Maybe this gentleman will surprise us with his eloquence and brilliance. I mean, probably not, but let's dive on in.
Welcome to the Allstate Sugar Bowl. Wednesday, tragedy struck the New Orleans community. Our prayers are with the victims and their families. We also need to be stronger together by overcoming an addiction to divisiveness and negativity. Join Allstate working in local communities all across America to amplify the positive, increase trust, and accept people's imperfections and differences. Together, we win.
I'm guessing that's still one of those DEI companies that actively discriminates against guys, but I partially digress. This went pretty well. I got 2 million views and 51,000 likes. And yeah, it's one of the boring things why I don't watch a lot of sports balls is pretty much every time you tune in is some type of BS lecture. And well, nowadays it seems to be half commercials as well. But I mean, how much of the actual sports balls games do you really get to watch these days? With all the times they interrupt the game, with all the BS penalties they now call. To me, it's just kind of lost all appeal, but that's just myself. Now, going to the comments, one of the first ones comes from Isabella Brown. Now, Isabella says, quote, Allstate de-tagged themselves from my original post on this. Would be sure shame if everyone tagged Allstate in their own video. Gained 1.6 thousand likes, which I didn't even know you could do that. There's an untagging yourself. Anti-woke memes says liberals are fools, and he did get an A+ for marketing. He did, in fact, respond in meme form. Can't help but think, was it Planet of Memes? It's about a 50-50 shot, or a 50-50 chance he'll do a post with actual meme, or meme if you want to sound fancy. Now, this meme has a gentleman wearing a noose, and his label is liberals, and he's watering a tree, and the tree is labeled Islam. It has 604 likes, though the tree is not wearing a burqa. I don't think that's Allah or Hurriyah. I'm kidding. I don't know half the references I just made there, but the attempt was nevertheless made. The Texas one says, we know what to do. Hashtag Allstate getting 656 likes. Now, Landon Easley, and I'm not too surprised to see this. Now, Landon says, quote, here, it didn't take much to discover that Allstate is completely woke. Spy DEI. It says, here's some screenshots from Allstate. It says, Allstate, inclusive, diversity, and equity. Allstate, that's the article from Allstate's actual website from 2023. They also have their EEO1 report talking about diversity. They also say, one company for all. Now, this is a funny, that got 96 likes. Also have Sam saying, Allstate just updated the logo. It says, Allstate, you're in good, instead of you're in good hands, it says, you're screwed. I got 163 likes, which, again, if you ever look at the policies on which companies actually pay out the most and treat people the best, Allstate is really good at marketing. They have that voice actor, I guess you see him as well in the commercials, but yeah, they're good at marketing, but it turns out they handle the customers. Yeah, I've never heard anyone happy with them. Most insurance, I know most insurance is pretty contagious. Most people don't like it, but most people especially don't like Allstate. You are, in fact, not in good hands. Scroll down more and more. You have Cody B saying, Allstate didn't prevent mayhem. They are the mayhem. I wonder how many Visa holders they have on their payroll at the cost of an American that allows them to think they can continue with this overt condensation and acute patronization, getting 158 likes. You have Ammo 2176 saying this. It's a Simpsons gal says, I've been assaulted by an immigrant, and police says, how dare you say something bad about immigrants? Getting 270 likes. Now, if she were to tweet that or put that on social media, she'd also be arrested in the UK and other totalitarian areas where you have no free speech. I'm not even being bombastic or kidding. That's happening more and more. I mean, Germany is also disarming grandma if she has a pocket knife on her. Can't even defend yourself. You're forced to be a victim in that country. Just become such a weak, pathetic country. They're going to kill a Porsche Cayman because of you. It blows my mind how weak Germany has become, making some of the best automobiles in history and firearms with Heckler and Koch. And they actually said, we're not going to make the Porsche Cayman anymore because of the EU regulations and it's not meeting their cybersecurity standards or emission standards. They're going to make an EV. That's how pathetic Germany's become. They're like the most prestigious brand in their whole country, acquiesce to the standards of Europe. When again, they carry the whole continent on their shoulders with their economy and their innovation. But that's how weak and pathetic Germany has become. You also have Base Boomer, which A+, you know exactly what their marketing is all about. Interestingly enough, he says Base Boomer, but the profile picture is in fact much older than that. It is of Nikola Tesla. But nevertheless, he says, quote, I just left Allstate a few months ago. They are the wokest and most incompetent company imaginable. They're required to take a DEI course every year. When Trump was elected in 2016, this nut job felt necessary to take an email to everyone in the company asking them to please, let's see, please stay calm and don't lose hope and try to work through the trauma. I wish I saved it so I could show it in word for word here. He goes on for a while, but I got 81 likes. Peter True says, Dear Allstate, hashtag them, please fire your CEO for being beyond insensitive. Of all companies to deal with this tragedy, every day you should be understanding. You can't just ignore the issues. Wow, what a total dolt. Getting 188 likes, which, it would have been, they would never do this. It'd be even more, the only way he could perhaps make the issue more in poor taste, if you were to bring up some of these attacks and be like, you would have been in good hands with Allstate. I wish my voice is good enough to imitate the Allstate. It'll be, no, wait, maybe I could try it. In Allstate? No, I can't. I have two Texas to say it. I just want to say, in Allstate, you're in good hands. And yeah, I can't do it. But nevertheless, you also have Florida One saying, Allstate is tone deaf, DEI is dead, transgender movement is dead. Merit is a new way to be promoted. Gave 142 likes. Which, yeah, I don't know why this. Again, more often than not, when CEOs make public statements, you usually lose money. And I understand why some people, they'll make statements when a tragedy has happened with a company or controversy, they'll try to put out a fire with the statement, which, let's be honest, that's like a 50-50 shot and success rate. But yeah, in this case, he just made it worse. You have also Real Rooster saying, quote, F you, Allstate, and Super Bowl. You support terrorists? Do you support terrorism? Do you support people who legally in our country? I would drop you like it's hot, but I save $150 a month by switching to no insurance, which I don't necessarily recommend. I got 603 likes. Again, remember, well, depending on where you live in the U.S., you're forced to have automotive insurance. And yeah, in terms of hedging your bets, even the safest driver can get screwed over by someone hitting their car. So that's why, I have the insurance. I forget what it's called, but the insurance where if the other person does not have insurance and they hit you, you're still covered by your insurance. Which yeah, it costs more. But these days, with all people, especially Texas drivers that scare the living bejesus out, folks, yeah, that's the reason I have insurance. Mike Steele also says, it's just easy and they failed. What moron wrote this crap, getting 151 likes? Someone else has a screenshot of the CEO and they have a juxtaposition screenshot of the dictionary term for cuck, getting 3 likes. Which, I'll do one more. This guy a lot of likes. Jeff Cook has a breakdown of the word DEI. He says Democrats elevate incompetence, getting 214 likes, which, yeah, pretty much. So not a great move on Allstate. Again, this isn't going to increase their sales on, well, maybe in San Francisco, it will increase their sales. Don't get me wrong. There's always a market for most statements and most, policies and ideals. But in terms of a mass market and increasing your market share, and again, most insurance companies are leaving California because, well, it's terrible for business and it's also becoming more and more expensive for coverage over there. So, yeah, he's not going to, that market's kind of on the down low or on the downtrend. So this wasn't a prudent business move, not intelligent either. So yeah, if you need no reason to save money by switching away from Allstate. Again, I've never known a single person who saved money by moving there to begin with. But nevertheless, let me know your thoughts. Have you ever used Allstate? Are you surprised the CEO made this blunder? And do you think it'll actually cost them any dollars in terms of, are people going to immediately move on to another provider? Or this is just more, maybe we'll see a long-term effect on the business? Let me know, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.